later tonight, a November snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this carries into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Second and 10 at the 19-yard line.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. The play fake. Here's Hurts. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. They'll start with the option. A quick throw caught by Evans out wide. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. He's at the 30, 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. They will find Davis. That's complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
To number 18.
A big play there. Chicago. 76 yards. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Albrecht Rosa set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And they run the option on 2nd down. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 11 yards there, 1st down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Get there for the sack. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to have to put a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
That'll be complete to Cook. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They'll try and throw for it here. Airing this one out for Evans. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Back to the ground, Cook. It's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. So waste the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
12-yard line.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. They'll run it with Bell. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
Third and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. This is Bell. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
3rd and inches, just turn around, hand it to the big guy, and let him plow forward and pick up a 1st down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Vikings have taken the lead. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
The score, Vikings 14, Bears 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this carries into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13.
The 13-yard line.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Uncorks one for Davis. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
As As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Johnson on the return. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Give to Cook out of the gun. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throw to the middle, taken in. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A gain there of 21 yards.
But we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam! Puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion. Really good pickup.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That is caught at the 7. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they had scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
1st and 10. At their own 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Play action. Here's Hurts. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. They go play action with Hurts. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning.
10 yards to go.
From the gun, it's Hurts. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. Fourth down. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On the return, Johnson. And he goes out right around the 39. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. First down, here's the run with Cook. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he's going to have the first down as they move into field goal range here at the 25-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw here on first down. He fires home, it's intercepted. Johnson, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. 82 yards. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
first down. He'll drop to throw. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
Out of bounds at the 35-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there and a first down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And his kick is indeed good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And complete, right side to Cook. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play.
Now Cook hit when he wants the football. This is picked up by the Bears. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
They run the counter now on 1st down. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
26 is the ball.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
A gain of 3 yards. It's now 4th down.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. This one caught by Davis. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 16. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
The 10-yard line.
They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. This a quick pass to Davis. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Touchdown.
From 10 yards out. And the Bears have cut it to within a score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in the podcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. 2nd and 6. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And got his man complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And they run the option here on 1st and 10. A good burst there, gets him 7 up to midfield.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Back to throw now on 1st down. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation. Would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3.
First down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
At the line of scrimmage.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to small up the ball carrier.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Another incompletion would certainly be ideal defensively. A big play now. This is 3rd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And his kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
On the tackle.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. Back to throw. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35.
A gain of 1 yard.
Now a timeout called for by the offense, as he'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He's back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Yardage back to the 34-yard line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he'll find Hall. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. play fake. He'll look to throw. But he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick.
Darius Slay. The 2nd down pass intercepted. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Vikings, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll get another home date next week as the Jaguars will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Bears, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew on EA Sports.